But I know for a fact they ain't plugging us. You hear me? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Think about it like this. Donald Trump said, think about it like this. Donald Trump said he wanted Apple to make his phone in America. And the minute he dropped Trump mobile, we find out that his phone gonna be made in China too. Feel me? So I ain't gonna necessarily say, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I would even say like if you into, what I will say is if you just trying to furnish your house, is the trip worth it? I don't know. But if you're in real estate, it's worth it. If you're an entrepreneur, it's worth it. Now, here's the next thing I'll say to you. If you're an aspiring entrepreneur and you have aspirations on building something out, you can go to ChatGPT, ask ChatGPT. You know, I'm not the best prompting person, but ask ChatGPT, whatever the product is, whatever the thing I'm trying to get built out, what are some places in China? Yeah, at scale. That's what BG Finance. You took the words away. I'm about to go ahead. What are some places in China that can help me build this or get this product and take it to scale? So however you have to word that will, you know what I'm saying? So if you have a business model or a business plan, like, and your goal is, how do I scale it? So now remember, scaling your business isn't selling more products. Scaling your business is, how do I increase my reach? Like somebody said, I'm blank industry, I want to build blank. Tell me the places in China that can build this product at scale. Now, I think you might gotta go a little bit further, beauty boss. You close. What I've learned about the chatbot is, the more details you give it, the better it can like formulate it, right? So you might have to tell it, take on the role as a Fortune 500 business consult that is really good at scale, and then you get into some more of it. Like, I'm not really good at it, like talking about it, you know what I'm saying? I'll be honest with you. I don't like using it a lot because what happens is the more we use it, the more we depend on it. And I like my brain to work. So, you know what I'm saying? So I do use it, but I don't like to use it a lot because I don't want to be dependent on it every time I need to figure something out and to take away my critical thinking skills. And I don't want it to take away my critical thinking skills. You know? You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that I don't use it, right? But I don't like to use it as much as everybody else because I don't want it to take away my critical thinking skills and my ability to solve problems and my ability to think my way through situations. And I think that's the biggest hindrance to it. Most people will use it and then they'll forget how to think. Hey, Queen. They'll forget how to use this computer because they'll focus so much on that computer. And the more I focus on that computer, the more I lose the thing that made me human, right? I don't care what they say. The computer is only a collection of data that human beings have put in it. So at the same, that means that the ultimate computer will always be your brain. You feel what I'm saying? The ultimate computer will always be our brain. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what Jensen Wine say. I don't care what Bill Gates say. The ultimate computer is my brain. The problem is we don't use enough of our brain, right? And we ain't tap into enough of our brain. But if we tap in, but Queen, you on the right track. You on the right track. I think the only thing, you got to give it a roll. Because here's what happened. Once you give it a roll, here's what it's going to do. once you give it a role, it's going to then transition into that, right? So it's going to scrape its database and say, okay, where have I gotten this, right? It's going to tap in, and it's not going to, watch this, it's not even going, what's the word I want to use here? It's not even going to discriminate on where it scrapes the information from. So you may say, take on a role as a Fortune 500 consultant that has scaled multiple businesses to $100 million or $1 billion in this industry. You might be tapping into the brain cell. You might be tapping into the thought process of somebody who helped build Facebook, Instagram, Google, yada, 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 whatever the lead people in that industry is. Because it doesn't care where it gets, the pieces to the puzzle from. It just goes out and get the pieces to the puzzle to help formulate. Its goal is to help you answer this question. So the more detail you can give it, you know what I'm saying? The more detail you can give it, the better it can help you. You know what I'm saying? I hope I say that right. You know, as with anything here. Right, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I definitely wasn't saying you were wrong, Queen, but just wanted to give you a little more insight on it. I actually think that the AI is going to be phenomenal for the future, but I just think that we're going to rely on it so much, we're going to forget how brilliant we are. And that's the thing that makes us human, our brilliance. You know what I'm saying? Our brilliance is what makes us phenomenal. Oh, Miss Cheryl, I'm good. But what I'll also say is, you'll get so much leverage. I think every day the playing field becomes that much level. Exactly. Got to be careful with having it. That's it. That's it. You hit it. You hit it. You hit it. Justin Blue was good. Yeah. So I think that's it. So if you're creative, if you're somebody that's you have a product or service, and you may be like, damn, like I don't really know how I want to get this out. You might be like, bro, like I don't really know how. You know, you might have the idea, you can't flush it out, because that's part of being an entrepreneur, is being able to flush out your thoughts and process. So how you scale in China, you usually say, hey, I am take on a role as a Fortune 500 consultant that has helped multiple business go public. But you're consulting my business, and you say the name of your business or a business, and you'll tell it something like the problems that you're having, but you want to take this to scale. And then you'll say, what companies in China are great at producing this type of product, right? And so when you do that, then you'll give it more details. Here's the problem that I'm having. So you tell it the problem that you have, because now it took on a role as your consult. So then you tell it the problem that you having. Once you tell it the problem that you having, it already took on a role as your consult that has scaled multiple businesses to 100 million, whatever. This is the industry you're in, and then here's the problems that you're having. And then you tell it what your ultimate goal is. Not only do I want to take it to scale, but I want to integrate this, and this. What companies in China do you have that can also help me take it to scale, and yada. Once you put that in, it'll give you a list of companies in China you need to go to. Your next obligation is to now go hit them companies up. And you tell it to provide me with the links to these companies. Then when you get those companies, when it gives you those companies, you tell it, give me the strengths and weaknesses of each company, and based on what I want to do, On a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being the lowest, 5 being the best, rate these companies in the way that you would choose them as my consultant that wants to take this company to this. Now what it is done, it'll probably give you, again, I'm not the best prompt person, but I know if you give it the right details, the more details you can give it, the better it can serve you. So now that's what you get on. You get on it, you get the things, and now you say, okay, I want to deal with XYZ company. You told me the strengths and weaknesses of it. I bet. Now you know how to get on the phone now. You know how to get on the internet. You shoot them an email. And if you have a problem with that, you can ask the chat to shoot you an email. Help me shoot an email. Don't copy and paste the damn email that they give you. Because I'm going to tell you something. And that's why I say people don't forget how smart people really are. I can now read an email and know if it came from ChatGPT. From the word usage, from the way it put words together, yada, 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 yada. Right, so you would take that email and you'll change the email. You may take some stuff out of it, but you'll change that email. You send it out to China. You send it to all those companies, and you tell it exactly what you want to do. Now, you got an outline on what you got to do. My thing is, you can't be scared to come here. Because when you come here, they're going to have a different respect for you. Because most people not going to come here. Most people not going to take that 25-hour flight to come here to meet the connect. That's what's going to change the game. Foot Soldier 9, that's a fact, family. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Gotta meet the connect. I'm telling you. And that's something I learned from the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ever got to connect in the street for real, you got to meet them. They won't look at you. So, you got to be willing to come. Because if you come and you shake their hand, and then you start talking that talk, okay. Because here's the thing about ChatGPT. Once you're talking to somebody eye to eye, you can't say, hold on, let me chat this out right quick. Hold on, let me ask ChatGPT right here. It's real time. What's up? Nah, I'm willing to walk away. I'm going to go right over there and get it done, and I ain't tripping. You feel what I'm saying? So, let that be your leverage. You feel me? Like, you can't be in a minute negotiation with me, and you say, hey, let me ask ChatGPT this question right quick. What's the best response to negotiate? What should I say that now they've told me this? You out of here. You out of here. You out of here. You out of here. So I'm straight here like, yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Did I get any shots? No, I ain't had to get no shots. But I took an NAD compound. Oh, for sure, you gotta do the research regardless. Yep. 100%, yo. So, your boy over here, man. So, the next thing we doing, my lady got her clothing line, in and body. We're gonna go shop for that. We're gonna shop for some more Trapper merch so we can get great quality. That's the thing. Oh, let me say that too. When you're getting stuff out here, you got make sure you tell them, I want high quality, not cheap. Gotta make sure you say that. That's a fact. Make sure you gotta tell them that. I want high quality, not cheap. Gotta make sure you say that. You gotta make sure you say that. You gotta make sure you say that. High quality. High quality. Right? Because you can go get shirts, 50 cents a shirt. Or you can get some $1.50, $2 a shirt, maybe $3 a shirt. That $3 a shirt gonna look like it come from Louis Vuitton. I forgot to say that. I forgot to say that. You got to tell them the quality. You got to. I forgot to say that. I forgot to say that. With furniture and everything, hey, I want high quality. They go, oh, we go over here. Okay, yeah, bring me over here. Get me from over here. Get me from over here. Get me from over here. Hey, high quality, luxury. Oh, let's go over here then. Yeah, go over there. Bring me over there. Get me from over here. Get me from over here. That's a fact. Louis Vuitton come from them, except for the thread, except for the stitching. So, because the stitching come from Italy, so you gotta tell them that. You say you get some shit that's gonna break in 2 days. So even stuff like that is stuff you gotta tell them, right? Because you online talking, they gonna send you the cheap stuff, and they ain't wrong, because they think you won't go cheap. Not realizing, hey, I can still get high quality, and they be cheaper than what I pay. Hey, give me a high quality. This El Placa. You hear me? I want the El Placa. You hear me? I don't want IKEA. I want El Placa. You feel me? I don't want IKEA. I want El Placa. They got you.